Hi everyone, this is Meet and today we are going to talk about Lucifer. Yes, now those of you who have seen Lucifer know why I make this expression. It's that addictive, it's that good. Anyway, I'm a person who usually watches exclusively Korean dramas. But my sister recommended Lucifer to me. It is available on Netflix, so I could watch it. Lucifer is very addictive. I was almost ashamed that I was skipping Korean dramas to complete or to binge watch Lucifer. I'm eagerly waiting for part 2 of season 5 and the season 6, which is the finale of Lucifer. So Lucifer, Luce or Lucy. Yeah, so so Tom Ellis stars as Lucifer, the devil, who kind of gets bored of hell and decides to get to LA or Los Angeles for a diversion, for some R&R. And he ends up loving LA so much that he decides to make it his home. Now he runs a nightclub called Lux. This character of Lucifer is so brilliantly made. He's all things. Okay, क्या बेटा बेटा यहाँ पे करना जरूरी है बेटा, मम्मा यहाँ पे वीडियो बना रही है, बब देखना है. Lucifer is all things modern. He is immature at times, but given his past, that can be understood or maybe not. But he grows. He does grow up. He can be very wise. He's very intelligent and very quick. Obviously, he's an angel. So most importantly, he never lies. He's very just and he's very kind. He's fabulously sinful. He's bisexual and he's a fantastic feminist. Now you know exactly why I like Lucifer. Okay, Lauren German plays Chloe Decker. She's the lead heroine and Lucifer's love interest in this series. Now, Chloe Decker is a child actress who went on to become a detective. She's very passionate about her job. She loves her job. At the beginning of the series, she's married to Daniel Espinosa, a work colleague, and quite early on in the series, they separate. They also have a child, Trixie, who's a firecracker human being. In contrast to Lucifer's immature, childish personality, Chloe Decker's personality is mature, understanding, quick-witted and no nonsense. She will absolutely not believe in anything unless she gets proof. So there's something really special about Chloe Decker that draws Lucifer to her, and he goes on to become a consultant for the LAPD. Now don't ask, just watch the first episode and you'll know what I'm talking about. Now one thing that comes in handy for Lucifer as he works as a consultant for the LAPD is his power to draw out people's desires. He can just ask, what do you truly desire, and the person in front of him will just blutter out whatever is his deepest desire regardless of the situation. Okay. Now Leslie Ann Brandt plays the character of Mazikeen or Maze, who is a tough as nails demon who followed Lucifer from hell to earth. And I think she is the character who gets the best character development in the entire series. Okay, one of the best. Okay, now DB Woodside plays the role of Amenadiel, and in the first season, Amenadiel is not really comfortable with humans, and his main purpose or his main goal is to get Lucifer back to hell. But as the series goes on, Earth or humans, we grow on Amenadiel's character. Rachel Harris plays the role of Dr. Linda Martin. She's a psychotherapist who initially helps Lucifer and then goes on to help quite a lot of his friends. She goes on to become a good friend to Lucifer and Chloe as well. Other supporting characters in Lucifer are Tricia Helfer. She plays the role of Charlotte Richards. I think she is another character who gets a very good arc through the series. So Tricia Helfer plays the role of Charlotte Richards, who dies and is possessed by the goddess of all creation in season 2. Season 3, we get to see the character of Charlotte Richards as herself. She is another character who gets a very good character arc. Character development is, I think, the forte of Lucifer. Amy Garcia plays the role of Ella Lopez, who is a forensic scientist from Detroit, and she is an annoyingly cheerful character. So this is one character that really goes on you and you can't help but like her. This character appears from the second season onwards. Another important character is Marcus Pierce or Kane. He is played by Tom Welling, yes, a very famous actor. He appears in season 3 and stays for the entirety of season 3. He plays a very famous macho man lieutenant, who has all the ladies fawning over him. I mean, there's Lucifer, like why do you have to fawn over this guy? Anyway, I enjoyed watching this character, and the story was also good in season 3. Now remember that each season has a different storyline, but there's a flow through the entire series. The next supporting character is Eve. She is played by Inbar Levy. Now this Eve is the Eve of Adam and Eve. She is Lucifer's ex, and she comes into the picture right when things could have gone on well between Chloe and Lucifer. So yes, there is yet another roadblock to their romance. Her character is just so sweet, and you can't help but like her, kind of like Ella Lopez. Now Eve comes to LA to find Lucifer, and she hopes that they stay together for a long time, and we the viewers hope that they don't. Now coming to the seasons, mostly there are going to be 6 seasons for Lucifer, and the 6th season is going to be the final one. Right now you can find all 5 seasons of Lucifer available on Netflix. So the next 8 episodes of Lucifer season 5 will be available much later because of Corona. So I'll just run you through the seasons. Season 1 introduces us to the characters, and it has Amenadiel trying to take back Lucifer to hell, while also giving us a glimpse of what Chloe and Lucifer's chemistry is. Now season 2 has Lucifer's mother show up in LA. Now the mother wants all the children together, and the children don't want that, but they also don't want her to go back to hell. So that is the story of season 2. Story of season 3 is all about Cain, all about Marcus Pierce, and how he obstructs the growing romance between Chloe and Lucifer. Marcus Pierce, who's actually Cain, is an immortal human being who was made immortal as a punishment for killing his brother Abel. Lucifer has a lot of biblical references, obviously. So the 3rd season is special because it is the longest season of Lucifer, and also spoiler alert, this is the season where Chloe finds out or finally understands that Lucifer is the devil. Season 4 has Chloe and Lucifer dealing with the aftermath of Chloe finding out the truth about Lucifer. Eve comes to town and joins the party, so yes, there's that. And yeah, demons join in later on too. That is season 4, and it's only 10 episodes. So just imagine how fast paced it is. Season 5 is 16 episodes, and we get only 8 episodes. This is the season where all our prayers come true, and what we've waited for since the first minute of Lucifer happens. So this is a very good season, and it's kind of sad that we get only 8 episodes and we have to wait till January 21 for the next 8 episodes. But now Michael, who's Lucifer's twin brother, also played by Tom Ellis, drops by to make Lucifer miserable. So God comes to LA, and the series ends there. Now we wait till January 21 for the next 8 episodes, and then on to the final season of Lucifer. Meanwhile, I'll try not to rewatch Lucifer too many times because I do have a lot of Korean dramas to watch. I'm currently watching Flower of Evil by Lee Joon-ki and Moon Jae-won. Brilliant series. To those of you who are watching this review, because it is a review of Lucifer, I would encourage you to please enjoy Korean dramas too. They are fun as well. You can check out my other reviews and lists about Korean dramas. This is my only video about an English series. If I have any other series, or if you guys want me to review a series, just let me know and I'll do it for you. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back with more reviews or lists or whatever it is that I want to post. And you guys, being the subscribers and being the viewers, will be forced to watch it. So I'll see you next time. Bye.